Okay, what if I told you that your most private thoughts, the ones you've never ever said out loud, could just show up on a screen? I know, it sounds like something straight out of a movie, but what if it's already happening? Today, we're going to dive into a technology that's completely blurring the line between our minds and machines. And we have to ask the big question, is this the end of privacy as we know it?
So, just how real is this? Well, let's put it this way. The whole idea of mind reading has officially left the sci fi aisle and walked right into the research lab. This isn't some prediction about the far off future. Nope, this is what's going down right now.
And this number is a total game changer. 80%. Researchers have built an AI that can reconstruct images straight from a person's brain activity with up to 80% accuracy. Just let that sink in for a second. The AI can literally see what you're seeing just by looking at your brain scans. It's wild. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The MIT Technology Review said it plain and simple this year. This is happening now. The genie is officially out of the bottle. This tech is moving at a breakneck pace, and we really need to get our heads around it. So the big question is, how on earth is this even possible? Well, it's basically a mashup of two incredibly powerful technologies. You take super detailed brain scans, like from an fMRI, and you combine them with those sophisticated AI models. The same kind that are generating amazing art and writing essays. So let's break down how that actually works. All right, let's pull back the curtain and look at the science here. It's a field called neural decoding, and it's this really fascinating process of turning our brain signals into something, well, something we can actually see and understand. At its heart is this concept, neural decoding. The easiest way to think about it is that we're teaching an AI to be a translator. But it's not translating English to Spanish. No, it's reading the language of your brain, all those electrical and chemical signals, and translating it into stuff we can understand, like pictures or text. The process itself, in theory, is surprisingly straightforward. So first, a person looks at a picture. While they're doing that, an fMRI machine is scanning their brain, capturing all the unique activity patterns that image creates. Then, the really smart AI gets to work decoding those specific patterns. And finally, it uses that decoded info to build a brand new image that looks a whole lot like what the person saw in the first place. And you've got to understand, this isn't just happening in one secret lab somewhere. It's a full-on global race. You've got Osaka University hitting that crazy 80% accuracy mark. Over at UT Austin, they're literally turning thoughts into sentences. Meta's AI is doing this stuff in real time. And of course, you've got Neuralink, with its first human patient controlling a computer just by thinking. The speed of all this is just staggering. So whenever you have a technology this powerful, there's always incredible potential for good. Let's start by looking at the bright side, the utopian view, all the ways neural decoding is already on track to completely change medicine and people's lives for the better. I mean, the impact in the real world is just wow. Think about a patient with locked-in syndrome, completely trapped in their own body. Now they can communicate just by having their thoughts turned into text. A person who is paralyzed can move a computer cursor or control a prosthetic arm just by thinking about it. This isn't just an improvement, it's absolutely revolutionary. And this quote, which comes out of the research at UT Austin, just says it all perfectly. This technology gives voice to those who have lost it. For people who have lost their ability to speak or move or interact with the world, this isn't just some cool new gadget. It's a lifeline. It's giving them back a fundamental piece of their own humanity. Okay, and you knew there was a but coming, every powerful technology has a dark side. We've seen the utopia. Now we have to look at the dystopia. What happens when this power gets out of the hospital and into the hands of corporations and governments?
And listen, this is not some far-off, futuristic fear. A survey showed that a massive 78% of people are worried about AI reading their thoughts right now. This isn't some fringe concern. It's a major mainstream anxiety. And honestly, for very good reason. So what exactly are people so worried about? Well, imagine advertisers targeting you not based on what you click, but on a passing thought or a subconscious desire. What about governments monitoring not just what you say, but what you believe? Could your unspoken thoughts be used against you in court? These aren't just questions for a philosophy class anymore. They are quickly becoming real, practical, ethical emergencies.
And here's the real kicker. The technology is sprinting, but the laws that are supposed to protect us, they haven't even left the starting line. Right now, your neural data, the literal data of your thoughts, is in a complete legal gray zone. There's no clear framework for how it can be used, sold, or protected. So all this brings us to the future. And it's not decades away. It is coming at us way, way faster than anyone ever predicted. So where is all this headed? And what is our world going to look like when this tech is as common as a smartphone? Just look at this acceleration. It was just last year we hit that 80% accuracy breakthrough. This year, we have the first Neuralink patient. Experts are predicting we could see the first consumer-grade mind-reading devices by 2030. That is just around the corner. And by 2040, it could just be a normal part of society. The potential impact is, well, it's total. Imagine sending a text message just by thinking it, controlling everything in your smart home without lifting a finger. At your job, jacking directly into a computer to boost your productivity. But the biggest change of all will be to society itself. We'll be forced to completely rethink what privacy and even what our own identity really means.
And that all leaves us with this one final, massive question. For all of human history, our inner world, our mind, has been the one truly private place we have. But as technology finds the key to that door, we have to ask ourselves, if your thoughts can be read, analyzed, and even sold, are they still truly, completely yours? That's something we are all going to have to figure out, and probably a lot sooner than we think.